So I was up against the highest paid advocates that money can buy in South Africa. In fact, it was a gentleman by the name of Shem Simon, that was a shrewd Jewish lawyer advocate that was up against me, who I was up against. And he was like the third advocate that was placed to represent the banks after they realized that I wasn't just going to crumble and fold and run away with my tail between my legs. In any case, this all led to a deeper understanding of the financial systems, promissory notes, securitization, bills of exchange, and how all of this is connected to help the state and the banks keep control over the people. And the countries, by the way, as well. So keep in mind that it's not just the people that the banks hold a firm control over in every aspect. Remember, money controls everything in this world today, but also our governments. And that's where the problem begins and continues, unfortunately. So after 4 years in court, eventually the case against the banks was settled with a fraudulent judgment. And I'm going to go into a lot more detail about how I know that it's a fraudulent judgment, how the entire courtroom at the time knew it was a fraudulent judgment. And I'm going to go into the details, how that happened. And also into a lot more details about the promissory notes that then emerged from that we spent many weeks, or should I say several weeks, very carefully constructing, writing, putting together so that we wouldn't break any financial or fiscal laws or get ourselves into trouble by creating such instruments. Because you can imagine that the government and the banks, especially the central banks, the South African Reserve Bank, which is the equivalent of the Bank of England or the Fed in the USA and so forth, how strictly they control the issuing of bills of exchange and promissory notes, because that is their domain. They don't want anybody else to do that, right? So, cut a long story short, in this introduction, I'm going to make the story very long as I need to fully explain the process